各位观众朋友大家好，欢迎来到第22届台北电影节国际新导演竞赛的入围影片访谈。我们今天邀请到现场的是这次入选影片中的梦游潜水艇的导演艾力克斯皮培诺到现场。我们先请导演跟各位观众打一声招呼。
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 22nd International Taipei Film Festival. And today we are honored to have the nominee for the International New Talent Competition, the director of Window Boy would also like to have a Submarine, Alex PIPERNO, with us here today.
Yes, hello to the audience. Good morning here. So this is the best we can do to be the closest as possible. So thank you for watching the film and now this kind of Q&A, fake Q&A. So nice to meet you.
好，谢谢大家。我们现在就只能够这样子见面了。谢谢大家今天来观赏我们的片子，然后我们今天只能这样子的方式进行我们的映后访谈。
好，我的第一个问题是针对这次梦游潜水艇的英文片名的部分哦。其实台北电影节在2017年的时候就曾经放映过导演的毕业短片，然后他就死掉了。这次非常荣幸能够邀请到导演的第一部剧情长片来参赛。首先想要请问您的毕业短片跟现在这个剧情长片的片名在英文的部分都非常非常的长，您特别喜欢比较长的英文片名吗
？Okay, so we're really honored to feature your first film, Window, but would also like to have a Submarine here. And in fact, in 2017, we also featured one of your works. It's called The Inviolability of the Domicile is based on a man who appears wielding an axe at the door of his house. And though the Chinese translation is not as long, we've noticed that for both films, you have really long English titles. Is it something that you are especially fond of?
As you can see, this one, the feature one is much shorter, so we are doing our best efforts. So probably the next feature film will be something like Alex, Carlitos, or something like that. What I like is to play with the titles. I think that the titles may add some layer of sense to the film. So that's something that I enjoy a lot doing. Not so much the gesture of a long title per se, but the idea of playing with the film. In this case, in the Window Boy, the idea that the title may say something, may say a comment of the main character, which is kind of strange, but it's also nice. It's like if the film itself called the character by his job in a strange way. Also, Window Boy in Spanish, which is Chico Ventana, sounds like wrong translation, like a strange translation from the English to the Spanish. You won't say Chico Ventana in Spanish. So it's again like breaking the discourse, you know, like making something strange happening inside the words, inside the film, inside the sense of the film, and that's something that I like a lot.
好，各位可能有注意到我这次的长片片名已经短一些了，可能下次就是改立都像这个人名短短的就好。那其实我特别喜欢玩就是这些片子的名称，那我觉得它会给这个片子多一个层次。那我也不是刻意要这么就是故意取很长的名称。那其实关于这部梦游潜水艇，它的原文其实就是窗户男孩。那他某方面也是为了这一个主角下了一个注解，一个非常奇怪的方式，好像这个片名就在形容他的工作。那其实在他的西文片名里面听起来也非常的诡异，好像是从英文翻过来西文一个很不自然的翻译。那我觉得这也是一种打破论述，然后营造一种更奇怪氛围的方式。
那也想要直接来聊一下导演的这次的长片《梦游潜水艇》。听说这个故事跟您自己的经历非常有关，您常常搭船往返家乡乌拉圭跟阿根廷之间。请问乘船的经验对您来说，在什么样的部分是非常特别的？以及在您的经验里面，是不是有什么独特的见闻启发了这次长片的故事灵感？
Okay, so we know that the Window Boy is actually inspired by your own personal experience when you were traveling between Uruguay and Argentina. So how was that experience unique to you? And did anything special happen during that experience that inspired you to make this film?
Question, should I say shorter answers or it's okay?
Because no, it's okay.
Okay. So yes, in a way, we can say that the film was not inspired, but yes, the origin of the first idea has to do with the fact that I am from Uruguay and I moved to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, 15 years ago, and there is a ferry, a small ship that goes from one city to another one, 3 hours by boat, and yes, when I was young and I just came to Buenos Aires to live, I was studying cinema here in a new city, and I discovered that I had kind of two parallel lives between the one in Argentina and in Uruguay, and that people from one place didn't know something about my new life here in Buenos Aires and the other way around. So it was like this ship was like putting in relation these two parallel lives, and I said to me that if this ship could do that, could meet infinite possibilities of lives and worlds. So that was the first idea. Okay, this ship is a fantastical ship. That's what the first idea.
对，其实可以这么说，这个不能说是灵感，但是可以说要拍这部戏的其中的念头，的确是跟我的乘船经验有关。我记得我15年前就从乌拉圭，我是乌拉圭人，然后要到布宜诺斯艾利斯的时候，我就要搭乘一艘小船，那就是这个航程大概13个小时。那时候我还很年轻，我到布宜诺斯艾利斯就是初来乍到，然后学电影。那时候我就赫然发现说，我好像过着两个平行的生活，就是在乌拉圭的人并不知道我在阿根廷的生活，然后反之亦然。那我就觉得这个船很有趣，好像连接了两个不同的生活。那想说，如果船可以连接两个不同的生活跟地区，那是不是也可以连接就是无数的人的生活跟世界？所以的确，这个船就这样多了一个魔幻的元素。
那在您就是长期往返那个乌拉圭跟阿根廷之间的搭船的经验里面，是不是有什么独特的事件是对您来说印象深刻的呢？
So in this in your shipping experience, did anything special happen that was very memorable to you?
I won't say that anything special happened, but when you start looking things with this new perception of trying to understand this fantastical ship, even inside the ship, which is not fantastical at all, of course, you start looking into things. And then one moment it was funny because I saw that at the same time, two persons, one man and one woman, in the other side of the room of the ship, stand up at the same time and walked to the end of the room, and they left. They were going to the toilets, I guess. But the idea was like, okay, there's something about genre, about a crime or a secret or something happening on the off screen of the ship, on the crew area or something. There's a mystery there. So that was the first image of the possibility of a mystery. And I should say that in the very beginning of the script, there was a crime plot, which afterwards it came to be Window Boy, the spy or something, let's say.
OK， 我不能说是有发生什么特别的事情，但是当你用一个就是新的视角来看这个世界的时候，就变得不太一样。那这个我所谓称之为魔幻的船，当然也没有这么的魔幻。但是当时我记得我看到一个非常有趣的画面，那就是在船的两头，同时有一个男人一个女人，他们同时站起来，然后走向一个尽头，然后就同时消失了。那时候我就有灵感，想说哇，好像我跟某种犯罪啊，或密谋啊，或一个就是秘密有关，好像在船底有发生什么我们不可告知的事情。那在我的剧本里面，我也把这样子一个元素，好像融入在就是这一个主角会去窥视女主角的这个部分。
那在影片中，当然船是一个很重要的场景呢，是不是？请导演跟我们分享一下，在什么样的过程里面找到了这个船来做拍摄？
We know that the ship is actually a very important shooting location for this film. How did you find this ship to make this film happen? To shoot this film, excuse me.
First, I have to say that I watch you talking about the film. I don't understand what you're saying, but I would love to be there so much. It's like I'm feeling I have. So regarding the ship as a location, right? I was lost in this feeling. Regarding the ship as a location, was incredibly hard to find a ship. Actually, we couldn't find a proper ship. So the fiction ship is a mixture of different ships. First, in 2012, I went to a scouting on board a ship to see how it was, because I was never before in a cruise ship. So I shot with a 5D camera. We shot just like a scouting. And then with that material, I made a short film several years afterwards. And then part of this scouting material went to the film because it was the closest we could be on board a cruise ship. So one part we have that ship, that old ship. And then we shot on board a small ship. I would not say it was a cruise ship. It was a very small ship, but kind of. So there we went with Window Boy, with the actor, and shoot some scenes there. It was in the on the southern part of Latin America, the fjords. And then we have also another ones, and of course the magical ship, the one we call the parallel ship, which is the one of the blue water-like lights, and also the place where he met Noli, the Filipino peasant. It was another one, and I was happy to find that one because it's like an older and an older ship. So it was a nice place to be like the B side, the secret side of the ship, and the magical part of the ship. Something like lost in time also. So that was the place where everything joins.
OK， 我必须说，就是船是一个的确有个非常重要的拍摄顶点，那非常难找到实体的船，所以其实，在片中的船是结合了非常多不同的那个实体的船。第一个其实是我在2012年进行常看的时候，我找了一个比较大的那种工作船，那其中拍摄了一些镜头，其实就是随便拍摄。那我也把这个东西用在了我其中的一个短片里面。那在其中的一些留下来的素材，我们有用在这部片子里面。对，那第二个则是一个比较小的船，那我们在这个船上面就是拍摄主角的一些戏份，那个船其实航向拉丁美洲的南部。第三个就是所谓我们称之为那个魔幻的船，那个平行时空的船，就是充满蓝调的那个船，也就是主角遇到 Noli 的那个画面，它是另一艘我们找到的船。那我们非常开心可以找到这一艘比较旧的船，但是好像就是那一个比较旧的感觉，会让人觉得就是充满秘密呀，然后魔幻的感觉，好像遗失在时空、消失在时空一样。
刚刚导演也有稍微提到，我们这个影片在不一样的航向不一样的地方，其实故事上我们也知道，可能在乌拉圭、智利以及亚洲的菲律宾都有拍摄，是不是跟我们分享一下为什么要特别找这么远的地理位置的各个城市来取景？
Okay, so as you mentioned, this film was shot in different places and the ships all headed towards different directions. So we know that some of the shooting locations include Uruguay, Chile, and the Philippines. Can you please explain why did you choose such cities that were so far away from each other?
Yes, first, I forgot. There were one more ship, which was some exteriors in the exterior deck, yes, with a different climate. It was strange to mix all the ships, and yes, that was something that I forgot. And regarding the different places, of course, my idea was that if it was true that this ship can join different places, if it was true that the ship could join different places, as the ship itself and Montevideo, and also the ship itself has these two parts, this public part of the crew member of the pub. Yes, okay, I continue.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, it's okay. So if it was true that this ship has this public space for the passengers and this private crew area, which was secret for the passengers, there's another place close and far away, which is Montevideo, with these fantastical corridors. And if I should extreme the procedure, going to the other part of the world should be what should happen, and the film effectively do that. Does that? I mean, going to the other side of the world should be a possibility also of the ship. So that was the first idea. Then we finally choose that city, that country, because also of cultural and production circumstances. So it was a mix. But the idea was always going to the other side of the world to make it closer. And that's what we did.
我刚才补充一下，其实还有另外一艘船，然后我记得它在完全不一样的一个，就是气候拍摄，所以整个很复杂。那之所以选择不一样的拍摄地点，原因就是因为当初的想法就是，如果一艘船能够连接不一样的地方，它如果可以连接就是布宜诺斯艾利斯跟蒙特维多的话，那它应该可以连接更多地方。假设就是船上面有公共空间是给乘客的，那在船底下好像就是一个秘密的空间是给船员的。那同时好像也把这样子的概念放到了，就是在这个船底下会有一个通道，就这个途径通往更远的一个地方，就是蒙特维多。那如果可以通到这个地方，那就有可能会通到一个更远的地方，所以我们就想要玩这样子一个可能性。那之所以选择菲律宾拍摄，作为拍摄地点，有部分是基于实际的考量，有部分是基于一些文化的因素。
不好意思，刚刚有一个垃圾车的声音经过，相信对导演来说应该是一个非常魔幻的体验，其实是一个台湾特有的音效，也跟导演分享一下。
I'm really sorry. What you just heard was actually the garbage car here in Taiwan, and we believe it has been a very magical experience to you. It's a unique sound effect that you can only hear in Taiwan.
It was wonderful.
好，那我们就接着下一个问题。我相信如果要在这么不一样的地方拍摄，其实应该要动用到更多的资金。其实对导演的第一部长片来说，资金的筹措应该蛮不容易的。可不可以也跟我们分享一下，你如何找到足够的资金去达到你理想的拍摄条件？
Okay, we know that being able to shoot in different locations requires a lot of funding, and as your first feature film, that must be very hard. Can you tell us how did you manage to acquire sufficient funding to make this film happen?
Yes. And again, I was thinking about the previous question, because the point is that cinema should make appear the mystery of the world or something like that. I mean, I am very interested in doing that. I mean, the cinema. I feel so tired and impatient when I see realistic films, and I mean, this also is a way of answering this question. The cinema should go beyond the boundaries of what is supposed to be the film, and that's why we went to the other side of the world, and that was why I also made this film. And regarding the funding, of course, it was so hard. I've been on board this project for 10 years. It was my first feature film. I love the environment of Taipei. It was 10 years of understanding how to write a script, how to direct a film, how to finance a film as a producer also. So it was finally a several countries co-production between Uruguay, Argentina, Brazil, Netherlands, and Philippines. And it was very hard to find local national funds. It was the last one, actually. And also in Latin America, we have a impossible devaluation. So once we have a fund, it was like the half of the money or less because of the devaluations. So it was very tricky. And yes, but we did it because it was. I mean, I sometimes I hear that the film is ambitious, and I don't like that word because it means something like if I would like to show something or to achieve something, and actually it was the other way around. I was like, running behind this mysterious project. Doing everything I could do, and that's also the answer of how we finance. With the public national funds, and yes, from every country, almost every country, and yes, Uruguay's fund also, of course, and the National Institutes funds from Latin American countries, and also Ibermedia, which is a Ibero-American fund. So it was hard. Hopefully the next film will be with a shorter title and with a shorter budget.
其实我想再回到上一题，就是刚才问到了就是拍摄电影这件事情。我觉得对我来说，电影是为了营造一个神秘的世界，那是让我最兴奋的事情。我非常讨厌，不能说讨厌，就是我对那些非常写实的片子会感到很疲惫跟不耐烦。我觉得电影就是应该要超越人的想象，所以我才会选择到世界另一端拍摄。那至于刚才提到资金的部分，的确是非常的不容易，我花了20年才有办法拍这部长片。那在这过程当中，我也学会了从写编剧啊，到拍摄啊，到担任制作人。那最后这部片子是几个国家联合拍制的，包含了乌拉圭、阿根廷啊、菲律宾啊、荷兰等等的。那获取资金真是非常不容易，特别是在拉丁美洲，因为他们有很谨慎的评估机制。那一旦获得资金，就更难取得更多资金。那我自己也有时候会觉得，拍摄电影就是要有很多的空间。对，那所以最后我们就是找到这几个国家来支持我们、支援我们，然后还有拉丁美洲的一个主要的一个安心的一个机构。那我也希望我在下部作品当中，就是我们会有更短的片名，然后更多的资金。
好，刚刚导演提到认为电影就是应该要有想象力，然后有一种魔幻感。其实这部影片在空间上面的营造也非常非常的独特跟成功，是不是跟我们聊一下？有3个主要的空间，包括刚刚聊过的船，还有这个都市女性的房间，还有丛林的这3个空间感上面的设计，导演的想法是怎么样的？
Okay, as you mentioned, movies are supposed to provoke imagination and magic. And we know that this film used 3 different spaces, including the ship, including the apartment of the woman living in the city, and the forest. Can you tell us a bit about the design and the use of space in this film?
Design in which sense? The design, I mean...
Like the production design, or how to design the space?
It was a shooting by stages. We started shooting in the middle of 2017, and we finished in the beginning of 2019. And we continue editing. We started editing from the very beginning after Philippines, in the beginning of the shooting, and I never stopped editing until 1-2 months before the premiere in Berlin, and also in the sound mix, I continue editing some small changes. And regarding the locations and so on, we first shot in Philippines 2 weeks, and then I was 1 month before, like for understanding the place, for doing the casting. For me, was important to shoot with the farmers, with real people, not actors from the place. And also, as I am not from Philippines and not that part, special from Philippines, which has a special and own dialect and a very particular culture, my idea of shooting with them was like asking how would they do this before the shooting and also in the shooting. So we had to do this scene. You have to say something like this with your own words, but what would you do with this? We ask, it's okay if I continue talking, or you want to stop to translate?
Oh, okay, sure. Okay. 其实呢，这个电影是分很多不同的阶段拍摄的。那一开始从2017年一路拍到2019年初。那剪接的工作也是从菲律宾拍摄完就开始一路剪接，一直到在柏林上映前的前2个月，我都还在做这个工作。那音乐 音乐跟声音效果那部分也是一直做一些些微的调整。那之所以会选择我在菲律宾大概待了拍摄大概2周，然后但我提前1个月就到当地去了解这个地方，然后跟选角，因为对我来说要跟真正的当地人合作，不是演员合作这件事情是很重要的。那在菲律宾的这个地方，他们有他们自己独特的文化跟方言，所以我们进行了很多的讨论，就是希望他们可以用他们自己的话跟他们自己的反应。
So for instance, we went before the shooting in Philippines with the elders of the city, with the Mumbakis, which are the Bryists, and we said, okay, if this strange shed appears suddenly on the top of a mountain, what would you do? Oh, we will have to do these special things, like they say baki, which is the ritual. We have to do this, and then we do this. Okay, so I mean, I rewrote everything, the script after all these conversations and after all these meetings and after all these castings, and the same in the shooting. We were making the scenes together. For instance, when Noli has this dream, Noli didn't want to shoot that scene in the village because of the bad luck. So we went outside the village. I mean, it was something we made together. So I appreciate a lot of that, because for me it was very important not to make tourism, you know, like to find the what we have in common with them, and we have, of course, everything in common. So I was looking for that, and it was a collective work. Of course, they didn't have the script. So on one part, that Philippines. If you want to translate.
Okay, sure. 好，举例来说呢，那时候我们在进村落之前，我们先找了一群他们的酋长，就是他们的长老，叫做 Mumbakis， 然后我们就问他说，在假设你今天山上突然出现了看到这样的现象，出现这个房子，那你会做什么事情？他们就说他们会举行一个特殊的仪式叫 Baki， 然后会做哪些步骤。所以在这个沟通的过程当中，我们的剧本就慢慢的成型了。所以它其实是一个集体创造的过程。举例来说，像 Noli 就是那个菲律宾人，他不想要在村落里面拍摄，因为他觉得那会带来坏运跟厄运，所以这些东西都是我格外珍惜的。因为对我来说，我到这个地方，我不是想要观光而已，我想要找到我们之间的共同点，所以这真的是一个集体的创作。那他们当然也没有剧本。
Of course, Philippines was we worked together with Armin Ray Kakanindin from Cinematográfica Philippines, the producer of the Filipino part, which was the possibility of existence of the film in Philippines, and then for the ships we were scouting, looking for ships, trying to have something, and we spent like a year or more looking for ships, which was really hard, and we have like very small short shootings on board our main ship, and then trying to find a way of shooting in other ships to complete the fiction ship, and regarding the city, which is Montevideo, and of course in the ship we shot the fantastical scenes of when the different spaces meet, and in Montevideo, which was the last part of the shooting. Yes, it was like on one hand the more common, but I mean kind of shooting, but also it was the biggest, I should say, and I mean yes, we found an apartment and we make it for film. I mean, for instance, the fantastical. The door wasn't there and so on.
Can you repeat your last sentence?
The fantastic door in the bathroom, it wasn't there, so we.
The water, okay, the water. Okay.
The wardrobe, yes.
Wardrobe, okay. 好，OK， 那当然就是在菲律宾呢，我们也有跟当地的那个制片合作，所以才有办法才有办法让这个片子 那个拍摄成功。那在船的部分，就是我们真的找得非常辛苦，找了1年。那就如同我刚才讲的，就是每一个艘船就是拍摄不同的画面，然后拍摄时间也没有非常的久。那其中一艘船也是拍体了就是这不同的时空汇集的那个场景。那最后一个拍摄的景点就是都市，在蒙特维多。那这是一个比较常见的拍摄地点，我们就找了一家公寓，然后加了那一个就是魔幻的那个衣橱，就是那个通道。
好，因为今天我们的时间有点有限，非常非常感谢导演艾利克斯皮培诺跟我们这么丰富的分享。不管是看过这个访问影片的观众朋友，或者是已经有看过这一部影片在台北电影节期间放映的朋友，都欢迎把握接下来影展期间还有3个场次能够来观赏梦游潜水艇，包括是在6月30号、7月3号以及7月6号在台北电影节都还有梦游潜水艇的放映。最后想要邀请导演还有没有什么话想要跟台湾的观众朋友们分享呢？
Okay, so due to time constraint, Alex, we have to end this interview. But we're really thankful for you. We really think that you're here to share with so much information with us. So I would also like to seize the chance to tell our audience, for those who already watched the film, or for those of you who are watching this interview online, we still have 3 more sessions, including in June 30th, July 3rd, and July 6th. So please take the chance to come watch the movies. Last but not least, Alex, can you say some words to our audience here at the festival?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for staying, the people who are staying in the theater. I would have loved to have the conversation with you. It's a different energy, of course. And the people who didn't watch the film, sorry for the spoilers. And don't miss the opportunity to watch it anyway. Thank you both for the question.
好，那我谢谢大家今天来剧院看戏。那我真的很希望能够有别的方式跟大家见面。那对于那些还没有看戏就被我爆雷的观众，我真的要说声不好意思。但是这真的是希望大家就是不要错过这部戏，谢谢。
好，那我们就再次感谢导演 Alex， Thank you。
Thank you.